The government's refusal to meet with the Guyana Teachers Union 10 days into the strike is having its effect on the nation's children. This is one of the eye-catching placards at the demonstration in front of the Ministry of Education today, held by students. Teachers across the country are out of the classroom demanding better pay. Now, while the teachers are out of the classroom, children most affected are the ones writing CXC with submission of SBAs taking place and students writing the NGSA exams. General Secretary of the Guyana Teachers Union, Coretta MacDonald, says there are some conditions before teachers return to the classroom.
GTU is simply asking that, one, for us to resume our talks, we have to first have the Ministry of Education with immediate effect restart the deduction of the dues. The deduction of teachers' dues is where teachers have legally written to the Ministry of Education giving them permission to deduct $700 from their salaries and remit same to the Guyana Teachers Union. So that's one of the first conditions that we're going to be asking for. The second condition that we will ask for is that the Ministry of Education and by extension the government do just what the previous administration did. Take into consideration the meager salaries that teachers are receiving and that no teacher would lose pay. Thirdly, we would ask that the Ministry of Education come to us with a counter proposal so that we can start our talks from that standpoint.
MacDonald said her union is sticking to its multi-year proposal submitted to the government since 2020.
We do have to stick to that one because that proposal spanned 5 years. We're into 2024. Teachers have not been able to receive their benefits that were supposed to have been accrued over those years. So we have to look at that agreement before we can move on to a new agreement. We have to look at that proposal, as a matter of fact, before we can move on to another agreement, another proposal.
Shortly after, the union president Mark Light in a Facebook Live said the private sector should be concerned over the teacher strike and the effects it can have on many sectors. This news house understands that the Private Sector Commission is ready to be a broker between the Ministry of Education and the Guyana Teachers Union. MacDonald responded,
"We would not want to have the government decide who they want to have as the broker between teachers and the government. We would prefer to have us submit some names, and we look at those names. We look at all who's connected here, who's not connected there, and who would be fair, and then we can identify somebody. But, you know, we don't want the government to just jump there like what we were having previously. Somebody turned up and I'm the arbitrator. No, we don't want to have that. We want to be able to check, find details, who this person is or who the persons are going to be."
The GTU General Secretary, who is also a head teacher, said when the government is prepared to talk with the teachers union, members will decide.
As you would have noted yesterday, the Vice President, who I guess is the spokesperson for the government, he said that he is not prepared to talk to teachers. So whenever they're prepared to talk with us, our members will decide that they're going to come off the streets. In the meantime, we hear about the care and the care and the care of this government, but yet our students who have to write CSEC, whose SBAs are in jeopardy at this time, the government is not taking that into effect. We have our pupils who are going to be writing the grade 6 assessment exams. The government is not, apparently, the care is not there anymore for them. But as teachers, we are willing and ready to resume duties as long as the government decides that they want to speak to us meaningfully.
As of today, the union said there has been no indication by the Ministry of Education or by extension anyone from the government of a willingness to speak with the union.
And you know, y'all might say I keep repeating it. Ali himself in 2018 said, what about the teachers? Aren't they important? Well, understand how important we are. But I want to flip the question. Are you parents? Your children in school, they're home? How are you feeling? As parents, how are you feeling? I'm a teacher. I'm a parent also. My son is out of school. All right, my children, some of the school's children are going, but they're telling you it's only CPC teachers and a few other teachers in school. But we're going to remain outside. You want to know what's going to happen next week? Don't ask me, let me tell you. We outside.
We are going to work today. 6.5. So us, we are going to work today. Not in the county line.